I'd like to introduce Christina Warren. She's going to be first up. Christina is a blood bank manager, and she will tell you a little bit about herself. And feel free to share your screen, Christina.
Every system is going to have probably different answers to this, and a lot of it is just going to be based on availability. We are very lucky here in this region to have all of these products available, and we will at some point, all of my EMS crews will see all of these products in some combination. And basically what that means is we are going to test that system over and over again to make sure that it does what we want it to do. And what we really want these systems to do is two things. We want it to store the blood and maintain the temperature of the blood between 1 to 6 degrees Celsius, and how the emergency release authorization needs to be filled out and returned to my lab. Any questions are answered. And we actually have a quiz that we give them so that we can prove that they were trained at one point.
We looked at all EMS patient care records that were 911.
And we have close to a little less than 3 million trauma registry records available as part of the ESO data collaborative. This last data set was right about a little over 900,000, not quite the million. We had it all broken down of those patients, trauma patients with an EBTNS greater than 5.
I'll talk about that later on. So we clearly were not the first program in the country to do whole blood. We were the first ground-based program in Maryland to do whole blood. Our program went live in September of a green kind of rectangular icon that says whole blood. That's actually a picture of our sticker. Excuse me, not our sticker, our wristband. Any patient we give whole blood to, we put that wristband on them. And that's to remind the clinical treatment team, particularly in the OR and the ICU, where many usually have one of our EMTs look while we're getting ready to give blood, just to ask the question, is this someone who would or wouldn't want blood? And of course, if they're conscious, we talk to them as well.
Calcium and TXA, their enrollment criteria are systolic less than 70 or a high shock index over 1.2. In reality, most patients with penetrating trauma now are getting blood if their systolic is under 90 and they have other signs of shock. The patient is able to maintain their airway on their own. Shock index fascinating, and it's 26 minutes, 10 minutes after arrival on average that they start the blood. So magic doesn't occur the minute the patient rolls through our trauma bay doors. There are good things that can happen, but we still are slow to get the resuscitation going. So blood in the field means a lot earlier blood and adjuncts like TXA and calcium. And then we calculated that every minute of delay in delivering blood from the minute the paramedics arrive results in a 10 or 11% increase in mortality. This is pretty dramatic stuff. Never before these studies are published has blood in urban EMS, urban ground EMS, been shown to improve mortality. These are the first studies to show that. Created a beautiful dashboard. This is not yet, some of this is published. They will be in the bigger database that Tulane's running as well to consolidate all the data. But I wanted to show you their pretty dashboard. I believe Dave Long at TEMS has something similar so that each agency can follow their own outcomes. And I love the way they've done this. So